All right. Okay, we are live. I am going to, okay, just got our chat going up. Okay, we are live. And gotta mute that, sorry. Okay, so we are live. I'm gonna share the link on everything as well. Copy. Really, and I'm gonna go really fast. I'm gonna try to. And then I'm sure Justin will be here soon. So it'll be great. Okay. Post. So that everybody can start hopping on and go in. Post. Paste. And we got Steve. Hey, Steve. All right, almost done. Sharing it all. Post. All right, okay, so hopefully everything is shared. Tonight, we'll only have one streaming ability because we only have one computer to live stream. We don't have Rob to do the Facebook Live, so I've shared the link to the YouTube Live. Tonight, we are doing another drawing. So anytime you come in and ask a question, your name will end up on a piece of paper. I'm going to put it in a bowl, and then we will draw at the end for some metaphysical goodies from Justin's shop. You won't know what they are because your guides are going to pick them for you. So that part's always exciting. Okay, so let's get started talking about who we are. We are the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides. We are a group of mediums that get together that do classes, readings, these free live circles. During the free live circle, anybody can join our live stream on YouTube and usually on Facebook, but tonight just on YouTube. You come in, you can ask a question about anything. So connecting with your spirit guides, guidance on something that you're struggling with, knowledge of anything spiritual, like how to put on protection, tips for meditation, crystals, cards, all of the things. And then we also just have a lot of fun together. We're just kind of crazy. So let's start by introducing everybody. Pam is going to go first. Pam has 30 years of experience as a gifted teacher, medium, and healer. She works with her guide Sylvia to provide accurate and complete messages to help people in any situation. In collaboration with Liz, Taylor, and Rob, she assembled the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides to teach and aid the growing community. In her free time, she enjoys running and developing her army of German Shepherds. Pam, go ahead and say hi.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming.
And while I have you, Pam, On April 8th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we are running a Meet Your Spirit Guides class where anybody can come and join the class and connect and meet with their spirit guides. Do you want to talk a little bit about that class?
Sure, just very quickly. It's a very introductory class for folks to come and to be introduced by Sylvia. She runs the class to your guides, introducing you to the guides, talking about how to communicate with them, and then actually doing hands-on activities with you. So you know they're there, you know how to work with them, etc. So very much hands-on. It's a very, very fun class. So yes.
Awesome. Yes, always such a fun class. Next up, we have Liz. Liz is a talented medium, psychic, and empath. She's wonderfully gifted when it comes to crystals. And in her free time, Liz can be found adopting poor, unfortunate crystals from rock shops across Colorado. Go ahead and say hi, Liz.
Hi, everybody.
Next up is Justin. Justin is a medium, Reiki master, psychic development instructor, and he specializes in shadow work, demonic spirit, and black magic removal. In his free time, he runs a holistic healing center. Go ahead and say hi, Justin.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
And next up, we have Allie. Allie is in Canada, so we're so excited. She can always zoom in with us. She's got 2 daughters, is our youngest medium, and this is your third time joining the circle with us. Is that right? Okay, yeah. Allie, go ahead and say hi.
Hello.
And then my name is Taylor. I will be your MC tonight. Usually I'm wearing a onesie, and tonight I was gonna try and be the Easter Bunny, but it was so hot that I couldn't commit to doing it. But I tried. Okay, so we kind of mentioned our drawing. So anybody that asked a question tonight, I'm gonna put your name on the piece of paper. You'll get added to the bowl, and then at the very end, we're gonna do a drawing. All of the gifts that you win tonight are coming from Justin's shop, as we had mentioned before. So Justin, can you talk to them a little bit about what some of those prizes are tonight?
Absolutely. So I love to do everything divinely guided. So what I'll do is I'm going to go over to our selection of crystal pendulums, which we have a lot of different crystal pendulums that are actually out there, and we'll match that vibration to the one that your guide selects for you. We'll pick out that pendulum, and then we'll actually pair that with a candle and a bath salt that will actually help you relax and smooth into certain energies. It's hard to say exactly what's going to happen because the gifts basically unfold from discovering your true inner power, your inner strength, to love soaks, to revealing your hidden talents. Many different things will kind of come up in there. And so it's interesting what your guides will always kind of pick up and say, hey, this is what they need right here and right now. So whenever you get these gifts, it will be like your best friend picked them out for you. So it'll be pretty neat.
I know, I always want to rig it, but I'll take some pottery. If anybody wants to, come over and clean my house, I'll put your name in a couple times. It's totally fine. All right. So we have quite a few people watching. Whoop, whoop. Steve is very proud that he was the first, so he definitely wins at first comment. Do we have any messages for Steve that we want to give him? Steve R. First one going into the bowl.
Hello, dear. I'll go ahead and just jump in very quickly. Hello, Steve R. So across these last couple of weeks, you've felt better, and the light around you is much brighter. You look very, very good. You have a better understanding, please, of your direction, I'm hearing. So congratulations to that. I feel a balance in your world that I didn't quite feel before the last time I spoke to you. So so congratulations on that as well. I think that you're getting it, yeah, and the balance is very good, which then moves you forward and advances you. So that's just make me comment. You're doing very good. The meditation work is good, and you're doing it at the right time, which is your Zen moment, and we know what that is. And just very, very good, son. Very good, yeah. I hope that helps you.
Okay, Steve, I got a message for you as well. It was interesting. The first thing I saw was the horseshoe, which is usually a symbol of good luck. And so it's like you have good luck around you in all the things that you're doing. Things are finally starting to work out. Your guides are saying your point of view toward those things have changed as well to manifest the things that you actually desire. And they're simply saying, continue to manifest at your highest frequency. So everything that you are working toward, see yourself completing it and finishing it at the perfect time, having the perfect amount of information and everything right where you need it. Understand that you're under divine timing at this moment. So everything you do will be set up perfectly for you. So simply just follow the steps that are being put in front of you. I hope that helps.
I'm going to piggyback on that. I pulled alignment for you. So things are starting to align and are going to be working out for you.
I was just gonna add on that I keep hearing you are strong and stay strong.
All right, next up we have Vicki F. She says, hi guys, happy Friday. And then do we have any messages for Vicki F?
Get that you're trying really, really hard not to overthink things, and you're doing a great job at that.
Excellent. I'll piggyback on that myself. They're simply saying, please do not doubt your own brilliance. There's a genius that's right inside of you and it's showing right now. So enjoy those moments of inspiration that open up and come to you. Take notes of those times and those moments and those random ideas that just seem like they pop out of nowhere. Take hold of that. That's your intuition speaking along with your guidance.
I'll jump in quickly on that as well. What I keep seeing is you're making a list. I keep seeing a pencil and a piece of paper, and I see writing on it. I can't read the writing, but it looks like actions to me, priorities. I don't want to call it a bucket list, but it's just things that you need to do. And you're questioning, I see a big question mark. So you're questioning the value of some of those things on that list, and you shouldn't. Don't second guess it. Don't color it. The first three things that you've listed are extremely important. Progression is important, but those top three things are extremely important. And those need to happen first. The other items that you have listed, they're showing me down to 10. So 1 through 10. Those can be shuffled and reshuffled if that's what you need to do. But the top three, 1 through 3, need to stay in that order of progression. And I'm seeing celebration related to those things and something else. Okay, so now the paper has gone away and there is some sort of a celebration coming. I see balloons, streamers, that type of stuff. And so something very good coming. And the date that I keep getting is January of next year. So it feels like you're hoping and looking for something, and it will happen. It will come. It will come. It will come through, and it will be better than you thought it would be. So congratulations.
Awesome. Awesome. Next up, we have Alyssa R. She says, hi, wonderful people. Do we have any messages for Alyssa R?
She usually wants a sassy card.
I know. I actually just picked them up for that reason. And I know you want a sassy card, and I haven't pulled one for you yet.
I could wait.
I have something very quickly while you're pulling that card. What I'm getting is you're concerned about something.
She usually wants a sassy card.
I know.
And that one thing you don't need to be concerned about, that will come for full circle and it will work out fine. So don't lay in bed at night and worry about that, whatever that is. I'm not getting what it is, it's personal, but it'll be fine. So don't concern yourself with it. Don't let it keep you up.
And your card, Alyssa, is put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person.
And I seen like a stage with like a curtain being open. So whatever that means to you.
And then I simply picked up on you're trying to move too fast. So they're asking that you slow down and enjoy the process. There is no rush.
Liz, your sassy card is get the fuck outside, move your ass. Your body is pissed at you.
Yeah, outside all day long.
I know, but I think this is in a different capacity. I also got a lightning bolt, which is, I've never gotten this one before, and it says figure shit out on your own. So.
Okay, probably even though I'm outside and I'm working all day long, it wants me to get my ass out and do walks, hiking, lay off the blueberry Pop-Tarts, but that's Pam's fault.
Okay, next up is Erin. She says, hi, everyone. Are there any messages for me? She also has for her friend too. So first we'll do Erin and then I'll say her friend's name and we'll go with that one after.
With Erin, the first thing that came to me is a bridge. You are crossing a bridge to the other side. You're finding something over there. So what you're looking for, the bridge is there to provide the walkway and the connection for that, for you to get there. There's something pretty important to you. So take the chance, walk across the bridge because it's there waiting for you. And it feels really good. It feels very nice, warm, high vibration, very good. Take the chance. You don't usually do that, so take the chance. Go ahead and jump. I hope that helps.
I got start fresh.
Okay, and then the friend, I hope I don't butcher this name. I think it's Danya. Danya, Danyah. Danya. Ooh.
The first thing that I see with that name is an airplane. I don't know if you're planning some travel, thinking about some travel, or if some travel is going to come along, but that's the first thing that I saw was an airplane. And that can mean a lot of things, but in this case, it's definitely travel. I see you getting on, I see you boarding. It's not a metaphor for something else. I see you taking a much needed trip, and you will have the funding and the resources to make that happen. So when that opportunity presents itself, you need to go ahead and do that. I also see, now I'm getting something else. I don't know if you're a student, if you're considering going back to school, learning something. There's some learning, there's some training in your future. I see you sitting in a classroom at a desk, taking notes. I see someone lecturing and writing things on whiteboard. So if you're thinking about enrolling, registering, there's something there. It's soon too. It's very soon, within the next 3 months or so of this year. So yeah, that looks really, really good. It will push you forward on some things that you need. So, and also, sorry, I'm just getting one more thing. I don't know if you're considering changing something about your hair, but I keep seeing like different hairstyles and something like that. So there's something related to that. Anyway, what I'm saying is beautiful. So whatever you do, it couldn't be wrong. But no, I hope that helps.
The only thing I picked up there was your strength and power. You finally found your voice and your own strength. And what we mean by that is you found your own path and your own way to be for yourself. So they're asking that you do not deny that for yourself. Simply claim your power, because this is your time. It's time to select what you want to do and how you actually want everything to turn out. And so here's your time. I hope that helps.
And I'm going to piggyback on that. I pulled warrior woman for you on this card. That you're strong and you are making your path.
All right. Next up, we have Cindy. Cindy really, really wants to win the drawing tonight. And she said, I believe I'm in need of a message. It's been a rough week.
I got practice patience.
Okay, and I picked up that you're carrying too much. And what we mean by carrying too much is too much of other people's let's say emotions, so to speak. And so you're carrying kind of the weight of the world on you at the moment. And they're simply saying, relax. like just relax a little, let things play out and see how it goes. He's simply saying release your habit to control situations, and this will get so much easier. I hope that helps.
Okay. Next up, we have Kayla S. Wondering if there are any messages for her.
Hello, Kayla. Yes. So, what I'm seeing around you, dear, is butterflies. I don't feel like that's that's your totem right now. Okay, I'm going to have to caveat that with that is your totem right now. As you sit there today, subject to change, of course, but that's where you are in your world and in your life right now. The butterfly is it symbolizes personal transformation. And that would make sense, and that would make sense for you and some of the things that you're dealing with right now. With that totem, I have to say that what it's also telling you is that you need to pay attention to the areas in your life or personalities that are in need of a profound change and transformation. And that makes sense with the butterfly and what's going on with you. The butterfly tends to guide you to be sensitive to your personal cycles and things that are happening around you. Which is a beautiful thing, because that's the type of person that you are anyway. Also understand that with a butterfly that life unfolds, and that's what that also represents. Also, and probably the most important message around the butterfly is that it gives you the strength and the ability to go through and to weather changes in your world and on this plane, and things that are happening. So I'm going to sum that up, please, because I think you need that. So it represents a very powerful transformation. Not a bad thing, just movement, advancement. It's really a metamorphosis, right, in your life and in your personal life, specifically, and also in your personality, that you'll see changes there as well. It also means moving through different life cycles, which is what is happening with you. There's a renewal, there's a rebirth with the butterfly. What else? There's a lightfulness, I think I want to say, and a feeling of playfulness once you get past the rebirth part. So the point is that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you will see that, and you'll feel that warmth. So know that there is something good at the end of that. And then it's really, it's an elevation. Yeah, they fly. It's an elevation from earthly matters turning into emotional or spiritual activities, which you have. You're an empath, you have that. And it really focuses on the world of your soul and your own personal psyche. Did I have anything else on that? I do. The butterfly also, on a high note, is about finding joy. Finding joy in your life and looking for it, and the lightness of being you. It's a wonderful totem to have. It's beautiful, of course, and it represents a shift and change. So trust that, because they're all over you, dear. I can see them all over you, and they're red, which is one of your favorite colors, and they're all over you. You're covered. So yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, dear. I hope that helps you. Bless you. And I'm glad you're here.
I got a bit of a message as well for you. Just like hearing take a break from, like, I don't know if that's from work or that there's something that you need to take a break from. And I'm seeing, like, when you take this break, I'm seeing lots of just like, I'm kind of seeing like riding waves or something like that, just going with the waves. And that break is going to bring you like, I'm not really sure, but that's all I'm hearing is like take a break from something. I'm not sure what it is.
I heard you need to concentrate on your passion or what brings you pleasure. And I also saw the beach. And I saw waves.
Awesome. I'm going to
So maybe
piggyback
you're
on
going
that
to the
myself.
beach.
That's great. I saw appreciation for you in self-love, and this is appreciation for yourself and everything that's kind of happened and where you're at on your path at this very moment. And it says, basically, learn to be your own inspiration. That means be inspired by the being that you are, and just go with it. Take just a moment to take a break from everything else and just focus on you and what you need and what you need to fulfill you on the inside. It actually usually helps a lot for me whenever I simply will ask the universe, basically, I'll word it this way. I simply ask that you reveal to me the divine plan for my life. And then that will basically open up stepping stones for you to actually continue on your path without the resistance that the consciousness can bring up so far as all the what ifs. But if you just ask the universe to reveal it to you, then boom, it's all done. So give yourself that time to actually do that. I hope that helps.
All right, great. Next up we have Kate C. She says hi and wondering if there's any messages for her.
Okay, so the first thing I picked up on that was, Kate, we got to be nicer to ourselves. You have a habit of slapping your hand whenever you actually do something, and you can be a little bit harder on yourself than you would be on someone else. And they say, understand that, like, hey, you're the one, you have free will, so you created all of these rules here. However, remember that you are not under any law. You are under grace to simply relax and allow yourself to make whatever mistakes that have to be made. And sometimes those aren't even mistakes, so they're just life lessons that have to kind of play out. So yeah, that's our message. Give yourself grace.
All right, awesome. Next up is Tasha. She says, I'm struggling with my diet and exercising. I start great, but then I fall off just as great. I feel helpless. She also said she'd love a sassy card, but she's afraid. Don't worry, Tasha. The cards have got you. The first one is the first one is, you are the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. See, it's got your back. You also got a second one that says, fuck fear. It will lie to your face.
Perfect.
Tasha, I keep seeing the number 1 all over you. And I'm sorry, I'm listening. That represents new beginnings and creation. And then I'm getting another message. You need to remember how important you are to the people in your life, and that you are here in this world for a lot of really good reasons. So you need to bring yourself up. You need to raise your vibration. I see you coming up and then you let it sink back down. It comes up and then it sinks back down. You need to remember just how wonderful and beautiful you are, and how kind and gorgeous your heart is. I mean, you give to everybody, which is such a lovely thing. But and you don't always feel so great about yourself, which is part of the challenge that you're having, slipping in and out of diets and fads and that type of thing. So what I'm hearing is, try to reframe that whole premise of falling off, to reframe it to the beautiful person that you are and the direction that you need to move in. That's also health related as well. And bring it up, bring your chin up, and be that wonderful, beautiful person that you are, and understand that you are, and try to reframe that and keep that in your mind. So you'll keep going, and you won't fall off, that you'll feel so much better. I hope that helps. I understand. I hope that helps.
And I want to piggyback on that myself just a little bit. Focus on that more being a lifestyle change rather than a diet, because the diet looks so crash course, like everything has to stop right now. So if you incorporate this into a lifestyle change, just a healthier way of living, it's something that happens over time, and you don't have to have immediate results to feel better about it. But everything they said is extremely accurate. And so I actually hope that helps. But I am getting a message from her that we're reading from. She wants us to know that her name is Sharbra, not Tasha.
I'm sorry. My bad. I'll fix
That's it.
that.
I hope that helps.
I got a similar message as well. Just seeing that, like, there's a bit of a route that you got to get to that is like kind of forcing you to feel like or the pressure that you have to do a certain thing or be a certain way with your with your life. And a lifestyle change is way better, like, to just naturally trust yourself. And I'm just yeah, seeing like you kind of becoming aligned naturally, and you're not like having to restrict yourself, like just making choices freely.
Yeah, I feel your sadness, and that you are blocking out your guides. You're blocking out positivity within yourself. Know you're never alone, and you are divinely guided.
And I'm so sorry for messing up your name. Thank you for calling me out. Keep me in line. Keep me true. All right. And I put your name into the bin. So I fixed it. Next up, we have Paul C. He says, hello again. Any messages for me?
So, hello, Paul. My name is Sylvia. So I see a beautiful aura around you, dear. And it's a lovely orange, a tangerine orange, which I always like to see. It's very clear. It's lovely. About 3 feet out and around you. Very healthy. Very wonderful. Of course, orange is the color of the sacral chakra. I think you probably knew that, which relates to the creativity. You're creative. And it also relates to the emotional Sattva. It's the energy center for exchange and relationships. So you place a high value on those things, on relationships, friendships, and interacting with others. Now, that said, you tend to choose a smaller group, which is fine, lovely, more personal, which is fine. But still, you place high value on those things. The color also in the vibration itself, please, resonates with joyful exchange, whether that relates to work, again, money, time, energy, friendships, etc. You also, the orange emissions possess a great sense of teamwork when with others in whatever that is, whether that's work, whether that's building something, that type of thing. So you're very good at that, and you're good at that because you're so kind, you're so polite, and everyone wants to be around you. People are drawn to you because of your personality and your vibration. Also, so with that, I'll segue into that strangers don't stay strangers for long, because they're poured to you. So you understand that. If you're ever wondering why people won't leave you alone, that's the reason. They feel the energy, and they feel very good in that energy. So they like to get closer to you. And then the orange emissions tend to come with individuals that don't like to sit still for long. So you're always on target. You have a belief system, which I agree with, that if you focus hard enough on something, you can't miss. So remember that, because that's important, and that's particularly important with you. Because you've got some things that you need to get done. So don't forget about that, please. And then also, the orange emissions tend to crave or enjoy newness. of activities and sensation. And they can tend to vibrate at a lower frequency, but that's not the case with you. So it's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful. It's clean. It's spirited. It's healthy. I am hearing that there have been some issues, some health issues. I'm just going to leave it at that. But understand that that's just right now. You know, these moments pass, and I see very bright things for you moving forward. Very good things. So I see celebrations. I see lovely holidays. I see a lot of lovely things on your path. So you're moving in the right direction. Yes, you're on the path that you need to be on. You need to take care of yourself, turn inward, and keep moving forward and bring yourself up, because you're lovely and beautiful. We're very glad you're here. I don't think we've met, so I'm very glad you're here, dear. Thank you.
Awesome. I want to piggyback on that. The first image I got was that of a floor actually being mopped. And what they're talking about is cleaning up the emotional field of yours personally, okay? What we mean by cleaning that up is focusing your awareness and your attention on the positive aspects of everything that's ever happened to you. Your words are bringing back energies, old energies and old energy frequencies that are currently not valid at this time and at this moment. So we got to bring you kind of out of that, because as you've been creating that change, it's hard not to stay within the frequency and to talk about it and just to kind of beat it up over and over again. And if you let it, your emotions will continue to kind of run away with you for just a few minutes. So we want you to pay just a little bit of attention to cleaning up the emotional thing. Focus on only the positive, and that will continue to bring about the change that you've been working on. And I'm picking up a little bit of what she's saying. You have really good things that are in store for you, and they're coming, and I think they're coming faster than you think. I'm getting actually the first week of May, things will start to drastically change in your favor. I hope that helps.
I got a similar message. I seen, I drew a big sun, seeing like just looking up at the sun and like love and full of life is what I'm seeing like.
Yeah, I thought look inside, not outside for answers. Look inside yourself.
I just have one add-on. I keep seeing the number 3 on you, which means with numerology, self-expression, creativity, and great outcomes. So you have 3s all over you. So very positive, very positive.
All right, awesome. I'm going to take one break. I know we have quite a few questions still, but now that we have some more people watching that maybe weren't at the beginning, I want to remind everybody that we're doing a drawing tonight. Woo woo. So all of these names are in here. At the end, how to enter the drawing is all you have to do is ask a question. So it can be a personal question to you. What do my spirit guides want to tell me? Do you have any messages for me? I'm thinking about switching up my career. What do you think? It could be personal to you, or it could be something very general, like, you know, how do you put on protection? How do you calm your mind down to meditate? Anything like that. Any question that comes to mind, ask it in our chat box and I will add your name to our drawing. When you win the drawing, Justin, tell them what they win.
Today, guys, you will be winning. No, just joking. So today you'll actually be winning a pendulum. This will actually be selected by your spirit guides. whatever frequency matches you best, they'll select a pendulum for you. The pendulums are for divination or for answering questions or for connecting with your guides and simply talking kind of back and forth. It's always easier to see, to actually see a verbal answer, so to speak, from the pendulum, because it makes it just a little bit easier. And it's just a tool. And as you get better, you won't actually need that. But we actually pair that with one of our energetic candles. And these candles do so many different things. We have candles that actually banish negative entities from an entire radius. We have candles that actually heal, ones that give you mental clarity, one that attracts love, many different things. So it just kind of depends on what your guide would like for you to go through at this very moment. And then we pair that with a soak, a bath soak that actually puts everything all together. This will help you relax at the end of the day and set that intention for whatever it is that you and your guides are working on. So I'm very excited to see what comes out of this one.
We have a couple of people that have sent me messages like, hey, I want to win. Rig it. Okay, so next, for real. So for the next question, we have Samantha P. Hers is, hello, beautiful people. What are my spirit guides trying to tell me?
The first message that I got was to listen closely to your spirits the way that you listen to your music. Hear the notes flow fluently and feel the frequency within them. You intuitively know what we've been saying because you've been following our guidance and things have slowly been opening up for you. Spirit is now telling you that you are connected. Now that you are connected, you must guide this energy. Well, I hope that helps.
I also got listen.
Yeah, I got the same thing. I right away I got and I just like heard that saying, like, say it a little louder for the people in the back. Like it was just like turn your speakers, like just tune your ears because and the truth is like gonna get louder and louder.
Just very quickly, or just your aura is a beautiful green, which is the color of the heart chakra, which represents you very well because you're so beautiful and so kind. And of course, the green chakra, the green aura is of course our healers. Yeah. So that's also something that is trying to be communicated to you. They're trying to move in closer to you and tell you that you need to get going with that. Get your hands on some folks as well as yourself, and work on some healing pieces. The green really radiates. The missions are a sign of unconditional love for an individual, which you have and you share. It is the life force energy, which is wonderful. And this is another color that is sensed by those around you. So they tend to be pulled to you, and that's the reason, because it's a very warm, very loving color, and they feel that. Being in the presence of someone with the green emissions is also something that's very peaceful and restful for others around you. So again, they're drawn to you, and that's why you make them relax, you make them feel good. They love to be in your presence. You also, the green emissions, or tend to partner up with individuals that feel a great sense of responsibility, always holding the chin up, and a great sense of responsibility in their lives for the family, or the pets, or whatever it is that you're doing, whatever project or whatever it is that you're working on. So the green emissions belong to those that are very self-assertive, which is lovely. No inhibitions about that. Great service to others, so that comes along with the sense of responsibility that I referred to earlier. Our greens are also our creative individuals, even though sometimes you don't feel that way. Very creative. And what else? Probably the most important part is the green emission is the bridge between this world and the spiritual world. So very literally, it is. So very strong color, very strong sense of self. So very lovely. Congratulations.
Okay, next up, we have a question from Steve for Justin. He says, we've talked before about the bad spirits in my area. Sometimes when I'm out walking my dogs, there's a gathering of crows. My instinct says bad omen, but I'm not sure. Thoughts?
Okay, the only information I kind of pick up on it is it does look kind of eerie, just in general. However, I'm not picking up a bad omen in that, just in particular. Now, if it was different, if they were actually, one was flying toward you, or one you found the dead one on your doorstep, or something like that, that would be a little bit more direct. At that particular area, I'm actually just seeing that's a gathering spot at the moment. I don't pick up any nasty energy or anything kind of that, or anything like that off of it. But of course, just like any other animal, crows do have a certain energy frequency that they do represent. And so they are actually working and doing things on the spiritual plane. But I would say, honestly, that's nothing for you personally to actually have to worry about.
I got the same vibe. And I also was told that you need to look for feathers as you're out on those walks.
I got the same. It's not bad.
All right, next up we have Kiana W. And she says, hey, any messages for me? While we're waiting on those messages, I also have one person in here that says their friend was having trouble getting through in terms of commenting a question. If you want to go to our Facebook page, the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides, go in and private message us, and I can ask your question that way as well. Or same thing with like an Instagram message or a TikTok message. I'm happy to do that from any source for you guys to ask messages, and we'll make sure to get the video to you.
Kiona, I see 555s all over you. And 555s are huge changes lie ahead for you. Very good changes, very exciting things. You're just covered in lines of 555s. Now I know you're a math head, but that's not what this is. That there is, I'm listening, that there's a trust in the transition that's coming, because the transition is very good. So that's what those represent also. And hold on, I'm getting one more thing. just that things are, so with the 555s, it means things are getting very, very exciting. So it's picking up, pace is picking up in the right direction. There'll be some things that you'll need to lop off because you don't have time. But that's part of the plan, that there are some things that you need to release. Let them go. They don't matter. And just focus on what's important. So, yeah, it's very good.
I got the same message. I'm seeing like be happy, and I'm seeing like a rainbow and spiritual growth. I'm just seeing like a field full of like flowers growing, just lots of spiritual growth and just beautiful rainbows, like what I first saw.
Yeah, and I got follow your passion. Do what makes you happy. Follow your passion.
I got a very similar message to that, and it was actually that of a very like high and energetic frequency. They simply said, hey, get happy. Things are happening for you. Spiritual growth means, say that again, material growth as well on both planes. And so this is talking about you growing. When I say material, I think they're talking about making room for someone else to actually come in and connect with you. So I feel this coming actually very soon, a little bit sooner than you're anticipating, but simply be ready. Get yourself in a state where you're happy in your own sovereign power at that moment, and everything will match it. And that's going to be the magic. So I'm excited. I want to see that for you. I hope that happens. And I hope that helps you.
Next up, we have Kaya T. She says, good evening and wonderful to see all of your beautiful faces, living guides. Any messages specifically from animal spirit guides for her?
So, hello, dear. I have to come to dear. Hello, dear. It's dear. The totem that I see with you right now is a deer, D-E-E-R. I feel like this totem has been with you for a very long time, and I feel like it's going to stay with you also for a very long time. What does it mean? It means that you are highly sensitive. It means that you have strong intuitions and feelings about things. You know things that other individuals don't know. You finish their sentences and that type of thing. You tend to talk over someone just to finish the sentence, which is fine because I do the same thing. So, but the affinity with this animal is you have the power to deal with challenges with great grace. Great grace. You're very well-rounded. You're not rough around the edges. Even when you're upset or angry, you're not. You still deal in great grace with things. Very balanced. You are, I want to say, the master, or you've mastered the art of being determined and gentle, as I said, in your approach to things. So again, very centered, very balanced, and you leave people feeling that way as well. The deer totem often imparts great wisdom. It means great wisdom within, and it has a special connection with the universe, with the ability to be vigilant in whatever it is that you're doing. You push it forward and you move quickly, and you trust your instincts, which is very, very good. and not only that, but you trust your instincts to get you out of sometimes some very tricky situations. You know, the mantra, paint into a corner. You're very good to get out of those situations. So that's good. Gentle qualities, great strength and determination. So if I had to sum it up, I would say those things. I would say gentleness is at the top of the list. The ability to move through life and obstacles with grace, as I said, being in touch with the universe, which is wonderful and lovely. Sensitive, intuitive, which I've already said. Vigilant, I've said that. Ability to change and to move quickly, very important. Get things done. One thing I didn't mention, which I think I really like, is with this totem, there's a sort of a magic to it. There's a magical ability to regenerate. I almost want to use that word. No, I do want to use that word. Regenerate, being in touch with life's mysteries and have an understanding of those things. You have that understanding, and sometimes you're not clear on where that came from, but that doesn't matter. The point is that you have it and you possess it. So it's a wonderful totem to have. I rarely see it as someone so refined, yeah. So it's beautiful. Congratulations, dear. I hope that helps you.
Kaya, I thought that you need to listen to your intuition and trust it.
All right. Up next, we have Cool Run-ins. That's KOOL Run-ins. They say, top of the evening, just checking for any messages, and may I get a sassy card? I like those. So the sassy card that I pulled out for you is you need a big fucking hug. Squeeze. So sending you a big virtual hug.
The first thing that I got was that there appears to be some indifference with you and someone else in your life. And whatever that is, that indifference is, you need to stand your ground firmly. It's very important. This is one of those moments. Don't walk away and don't give it up. You're correct in where you are, and stay with it. And it will shift. It will shift in the direction that you need it to.
Okay, up next, Justina. Justina is having a hard time getting through to us. So I got her question from Vicky. Justina wants to see if you have any messages for her.
Hello, Justina, dear. Sylvia here. Dear, what I see all of you are angel numbers 888. 888. Which are lovely numbers. The 8s they're angelic. So this goes a bit beyond just simple numerology, dear. And the 888s represent... I'll be sassy. Lots of money, honey. That's what those represent. They represent financial independence, financial abundance that's on its way to you based on new endeavors. and are things that you're going to be doing, and changes that you've made in your life. You have a lot to look forward to. You have been asking for that. You had some concern about that. So understand that the 888 is aligning you with your desire for that. So you've been asking for it, and you're going to get it. Great abundance, dear. And lovely changes. Some challenges with those, understood. But know that you're moving in the direction that you had to move in. It's your path. It's your path, and you're following it. So good job, dear, and much love and congratulations on that. I know it may not exactly feel that way right now, but it will. You will look back, and not for long. And you'll be very happy with it, dear. Know that you have great strength and lots of support from those that love you. So it's very good, dear. Love to you.
It is. I'm going to piggyback on that myself. The first image I got was an image of you swimming underneath the ocean. And this is the ocean of emotions. You've been through the lower currents, is kind of what they're expressing to you, okay? You've already dug down all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. Now you're on your ascent back up. You simply have to continue the path. Stay exactly where you are, focus on that end goal and that end result. And everything is going to continue to loosen up and get brighter the closer you get to the surface. And in just a few moments, you'll be in the higher frequencies of love, of light, and enjoyment and abundance. So allow yourself to continue to flow through that. This is just kind of a process. It's like sometimes being under the heavy current doesn't feel so awesome. But just understand and know that that's a temporary condition, that you're just now going through it, and now you're getting to the place where you need to be. I hope that helps.
And I got a similar message. I drew a tree, and it's like roots going down, and it says Justina. And in the tree it says, continue to speak out loud your affirmations and truth.
Okay, next up, Kayla S. is asking for her husband. She says, my husband Bradley would love to know if there are any messages for him.
So what I'm seeing with him is, we're back to angel numbers again, and I'm seeing 444s. I'm listening. Fours, the 444s represent that you're completely surrounded by angels. So he is completely surrounded by angels. And you're being guided. The fours represent that you're being guided on whatever it is that you're focusing on. And then I'm also getting a very strong message that you need to apologize. You need to apologize to someone. But understand that you have the love and the support. And it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. You're on the path. I hope that helps.
I'm going to piggyback on that. The first thing I got when I tapped into your energy was lots of heaviness in the chest and in the nasal passages, almost like there's a very dense energy around you. And this is of the emotional nature, and this is actually causing you lots of stress. So this is something that you lose sleep over. And they're saying you're blowing this out of proportion. And what we mean by that is on the emotional scale. Understand that whatever's going on, people make mistakes, including yourself. And recognizing it is just kind of a portion of it. And then releasing and letting go of the hurt or the pain or whatever was caused within this situation. It's time to neutralize that because you're flowing through it. And they're simply asking you to, of course, to forgive and forget, or the word we've been using this evening is to grant each other grace. Our jobs are not to be perfect here. You can't learn anything if you're perfect, and you're on a learning grounds here on the earth plane. So give yourself the grace to say, okay, hey, I made a mistake. I got to eat it for right now. So, okay, that's what that is. Perfect. Okay. And even if this is a thought or belief that you've held for a really long time, look at those different things and forgive yourself for allowing it to manifest that way. And simply say, okay, now that I'm granting myself grace, I want to turn everything else over to, hey, now we're here. I'm granting myself grace. We're going to go into the light and into the things that actually help and makes me actually feel better on a continuous and a daily basis. I hope that helps.
Okay, up next. Oh, Paul, we get a lot of thank yous and spot ons and all of that stuff in here, but Paul C wanted to say thank you so much. Please know you have been a large help to get me this far. So I thought that was a nice one that I should read. Next up from Cindy T. What are the best ways to protect yourself while meditating? And also clear the outside noise to focus on connecting with spiritual guides. So go ahead and take that away.
So first things first, if you're protecting yourself, you simply call in protection from the universe or your angels, just in general, simply asking for a coat of protection to surround you during this particular process and as you transcend from your body throughout this meditation. Even with that particular prayer, you can also add in to help the things that sound like distractions to take you deeper into your meditation. And so my purpose when I'm meditating is to not fight against anything, including the noise around you. Allow those things to become the things that make you go deeper into the meditation. So you take away any resistance. So whenever you sit down to meditate, we simply place our protection around us, calling our angels and guides, and now we're going to meditate and focus and treat this as if this is a sacred time in a sacred space, because you are surrounded by spirit at that moment and at that time. And know and trust that you are completely protected and guided. And anything that appears to be a distraction will help you go deeper and deeper. I hope that helps.
Cindy, I'll just come to you quickly. Lovely to see you. Glad you're here. I'm just loving my angel numbers tonight. So with you, dear, I'm seeing sixes everywhere. I'm seeing the triple sixes, but not in a bad way. So a joke, but not a joke. So the triple sixes, as far as the angel numbers go, represent that your thoughts need some refocusing. That you can't do it, you can't get there from here. So your thoughts just need some refocusing. That's all. Take a few moments to think about things, refocus, and you'll understand. And then also know that it's a reminder. The triple sixes are also a reminder that you are a very spiritual being, very grounded, very in touch, very much an empath, and that it's time to reconnect with your spirituality. I see someone with you, a gentleman, someone that's passed, that is really wanting to reconnect again and work with you on things. You've got a gentleman with you that is in the waiting, I guess I'll say. It's it's a family member. So you've got quite a few waiting on you, but he's pretty pushy, which is fine. Yeah. So it's time to reconnect and get going on that. I hope that helps you, dear. I'm glad you're here. It's lovely to see you.
Okay, up next, Kaya is asking for her friend. I am so sorry if I butchered this name too. It's Kyla or Keela. She would like to know what the most important messages that she needs to hear right now from the living guides are.
Right away, I heard immediately was focus.
I'm going to piggyback on that. I got a little bit of focus as well. It's they're saying the most important message is you haven't chosen a particular path just yet. You are kind of in limbo. And what we mean by in limbo is like you haven't decided on what you want to do personally for you. They're saying no, not your job. They're saying, hey, what do you want to do? What makes you happy? We want you to look inside and decide on the things that actually make you happy, and then what you can actually do in life that will make you happy, that will match that exact same frequency. And the moment that you decide that, your guides and angels are ready to lay out everything for you. The universe will immediately respond to whatever your choice and decision is. Therefore, when you're at the proverbial fork in the road, you can go right or you can go left. And always remember, if you go right and you don't like it, turn around and go left. It's like you're in control right now. And so if you are in control, then you simply must choose a direction. What is it that you want? This is the question that the universe poses to you. I hope that helps.
I'll jump in. I see triple ones on you, which means that you're working on manifesting something. And it's coming, and it's coming very quickly. So make sure that what you're trying to manifest, that you're very specific about what it is that you want, because you're going to get it. This is not a message of be careful what you ask for, because it's something very good. But just make sure that the detail is there as part of that. And it's coming very soon. September of this year. So very soon. So be ready.
I got a message as well, just that like what I'm hearing is like what's done is done. And I seen like the words like beautiful new song. So I don't know if like that kind of goes with change. And I'm also thinking like you might hear some messages in a song or in some songs.
Okay, next up we have Reverend Roxy. She has a two-part question. First, are there any messages for her personally? We'll start with that one and then we'll do the second part later.
Roxy, I heard you need to come up for air.
I have triple twos all over you, Roxy, which means that you are on the correct path. And to stop worrying about it, that it flows, it moves, and it's fine. You'll know where to be when you need to be there. So stop worrying about that and get some rest. because it's fine. The opportunities present themselves when they're supposed to, and you don't know everything all of the time that you want to know because it's too much for any of us. So just take it a day at a time. You're on the right path, focus, and you'll see that opportunity. And the next day is a new day, and you'll see that opportunity, and you grab it. So lots of big things, lots of really good things coming.
So I am getting a message of triumph for you, just in general. And what we mean by that is what your guide showed me was you actually walking. And what I mean walking, I mean like walking with this fire and confidence. So they're saying walk with that fire, with that confidence. This shows that you know exactly what you're here to do. Long as you have this confidence and you continue to manifest the way that you're doing, things will play out for you. Understand though, you are not responsible for other people. You are not responsible for other people's emotions or how they feel about your actions or what is going on, because technically you have no control over that. Regardless to what you think, they've already made their mind up ahead of time. So no need to try to change it or even kind of worry about that. It's saying it's time to show your inner self confidence because you are a miraculous and amazing person. And so as you do display that, the world will respond to you as this is who you are. So they want you to represent that confidence and with that fire and to visualize the results that you want for yourself. I hope that helps.
And I keep hearing the song 1,000 Years, like the beginning of the song, where it's like heart beats fast. And then the part where it's like one step closer. So I think you should listen to that song and envision it as yourself, singing it to yourself.
Okay, and then for her second part, she is wondering if there are any messages for her on how to help her nephew.
Black tourmaline, protect your energy.
The first message and the first image that I got whenever you said that was that of black fingernails holding someone still, just like so they can't escape. And then the next word simply says bench. And so that's basically saying it's time to remove the negative energy which encompasses or surrounds him at this time. So in order to help him, he's got to basically choose kind of, he has free will to be free and to let go of all those environmental things that are continuing to bring about this result, because it's something that's still continuous. This hasn't actually stopped, and they're saying that the habits of his environment have not changed. Therefore, he's going to be subject to quote unquote attack. And this is, I only say it that way because it's just negative energy kind of leaching onto him, and then it rubs off on him and starts to affect his life. So yes, you're saying you need to clear the energy that is around him, and that may be in his dwelling, in the home, wherever he's at.
Yeah, I got the same message. Like I'm seeing you needing to like send a lot of light and healing that way.
All right, next up we have Joe R, that's J-O. Joe R wondering if there are any messages for her.
Okay, the first message I got with this one is to take yourself just a little bit more serious. And what they mean by that is you can joke about your own talents and stuff often and not take it completely serious. But like there's truth in every joke. And every time you do make one of those jokes, this is more or less energy being added to that. And so what they're saying is claim your talents, claim what it is that you would like to do, that you would like to be, and you will bring about those results a whole lot faster. Okay. And then joking is actually always a good way to raise energy and stuff like that. But feed on that energy, make it about you. Okay, you are that great, you are that perfect, but go for it. Why not? I hope that helps.
I got the same message right away. I seen like that you need to just be confident in yourself. Yeah, and just like love yourself because you're yeah, just be confident in yourself is like the main message I'm getting.
I have two things. The first thing that came to me was nutrition. To improve it, that you need to look for ways to improve it. Diet, supplements, things like that. That was important. And I'm seeing, sorry, I'm listening. I'm seeing 3 and 4 zeros around you. They're circling around you. And what that represents is a fresh start and new beginnings. It feels really good. They're pink. I mean, and that's always such a lovely spiritual color. Fresh start, new beginnings, make a move, make a change, don't be afraid. And then just a reminder I'm getting that you are the creator of your own universe. So don't forget that. It can be whatever you want it to be. So you are the creator. Paint your canvas and sign it. I hope that helps.
I got another message, just like seeing you overcoming like a huge mountain and just like looking back at it like, oh, and just like also seeing like a door being shut.
Okay, so next up we have Stephanie. Stephanie says, good evening. My first time joining. I saw the live posted and must be meant for me to be here tonight. So Stephanie, with you being brand new, I'm gonna let you know we're writing your name since you asked a question on this piece of paper, and I'm putting it into a bowl, and at the end we'll do a drawing and you could win some metaphysical goodies from Justin's store. So thank you for being here tonight. It's totally meant to be. She asks, is there something the guides want to tell me, and how can I learn to connect to them better? So first thing I want to say is if you want to connect to your spirit guides on a personal level, on April 8th, we are running a workshop to connect to your spiritual guides. It's all on Zoom, so you can do it from anywhere. So check out our Facebook, and we hope to see you there. But then also guides, go ahead, or mediums, go ahead and pass along any messages you got as well.
My message is quick. I see 9s all over you, the number 9s, which represents completion, conclusion of things, out with the old, in with the new. That you're a very compassionate person, which is wonderful. But remember that you need to come first. You need to come first. So I hope that helps you.
I'm going to piggyback on that. I saw a long road that you've been on, and then I heard, remember your worth.
Excellent. I'm actually going to piggyback on that one. So what I got was you are at a completion, and this is a completion in what we call a life lesson. Whenever you're coming to a completion inside of one of your life lessons, please be very vigilant and do not react the same that you always have in the past. If you react the same as you have in the past, you will repeat this cycle. You are completed it, and now it's time for you to move on to something a little bit better. This is to bring in a higher frequency into your life and to expect that. To expect a higher frequency and nothing less. In fact, I even tell people I want you to demand a higher frequency and something that actually meets all of your expectations and needs to come to you at this particular moment. Once you do that, when you put yourself in alignment, you tell the universe, I don't want anything less than this, then you won't be able to get anything less than what you set the bar at. Understand that you do have a free will to control the situation as it goes. And therefore you can, if you choose to, you could stay within your comfort zone, but it's time to break you outside of your comfort zone and for you to finally reach for the more that you've been desiring and wanting. They're saying you've been asking and praying for just a little bit more, or for this to fall into place. And it seems like things just haven't been just perfect. So yeah, this has been a long road that you've been on, but you're at the completion point. That means this is a game changer because everything changes now. The rules are not the same because you have changed. Once you change, everything around you has to. It is the energetic frequency that you are attracting. And so let's focus on exactly what it is that you want to experience and make it happen. The moment that you start to think about it and focus on it, it will begin to happen a lot faster. And so whenever you are manifesting and you want to connect with your guides, as you were asking as how to connect, simply write down the items or the different things in your life that you would like to change. And then I want you to take just a few minutes, look at them, then close your eyes and go into a meditative state and simply ask your guides for guidance on how to help these things happen. The moment that you do that, you're basically giving out an invitation like, hey, come on in. This is surrendering your free will to your angels and guides so they can actually come in and help and do some work with you. I hope that helps.
And I got a little bit of a message just that you might want to go to a crystal store and just let your spirit guides guide you.
Or win the drawing.
Yeah, win the drawing. We have like 20-ish minutes left until we do the drawing. So if you're watching and you haven't asked a question yet, put in your question now before time runs out. Next up, we have Marla S. And she is wondering if there are any messages for her or her daughter, Lexia. And then also they are trying to connect to loved ones, if any loved ones have any messages to pass along to them. Yeah, that
Well, as far as the past ones, I do have a grandfather he's not giving me a name, but I have a grandfather standing right behind you, not to frighten you, but I have a grandfather with you who's handing you a white carnation, very much wanting to visit with you and to communicate with you. And work with you. So give me one moment here. He's speaking a bit. Well, he's asking a question. He's making a statement and saying, do you remember the swing? Blessed to love. And then he's showing me a church with a beautiful steeple and gorgeous stained windows. I see him sitting in there now. He's taking me in there, and I see him sitting and praying. But he's happy. He's from the light. He's happy. and he's happy that you're here, and he's happy that you've asked the question because he would really like to work with you and speak with you. He's also telling me that he has given you some messages in your sleep, dear, in your dreams, that maybe you didn't quite make those out, but they were real, and they were messages, and that you will receive more of those, which is not unusual. That's quite often how those that have passed will come to you first in your dreams, so as not to scare you. But he's saying, if you would just take a few moments to meditate, he would be happy and love to come in and move closer to you. He's also telling me that you've had a smell. You have a smell of something. You keep smelling some cologne somewhere in a room in the home, and that's him. So you know that. So you know who you're near. Yes, that's. Anything else, dear? No, that's all. Yeah, it's a grandfather. Mm-hmm. Lovely. It's lovely. Lots of light. Beautiful. Which side you're asking? Your mum's side. Mm-hmm. Lovely. I hope that helps you, dear.
Okay, and then Joe R was also wondering if there were any messages from her loved ones or connection to any of her loved ones.
Well, I have a guide. I don't feel like this is someone that you're blood related to, but I have a guide's name, and her name is Beatrice. It's a woman, obviously, but I don't feel like that's a family member. It's a very strong guide from the light that would love to work with you. So keep that name and call her in, call her out, call her about, turn inward to speak with her. And then from there, dear, that guide that will help then to bring in those that you're looking for. The other thing that you can do, my dear, is have a picture of someone that's passed or something that belonged to them, and that also will pull them in closer to you also. So there's quite a few ways to get in touch with them, but pictures are a good one always, and or something that belonged to them that was left with you. But I don't feel like, but this is a guide. This is a very strong guide. This is not, I don't feel someone that's related to you, but they can certainly help you get in touch with them. So remember that name, please. Mm-hmm. I hope that helps you.
And I saw yellow roses, beautiful, soft, pale yellow roses.
I seen the yellow roses, but I also seen a farm, like a farmhouse.
All right, next up we have Kitty F asking if there are any messages for her.
Okay, so the first message that I got was actually an image of almost kind of like like a little play fight, kind of going back and forth. And this is between you and your guides. And this is when they're trying to help you and to change things. You're not enjoying your routine being disturbed. And so it's almost like you're kind of swatting them off, like, no, this is this, don't change it, don't change it, don't touch it. And so it's like they're saying, hey, we need you to become non-resistant to get even more results, because they're telling me that you've been good at it. You've been good at trying to focus on things and getting things going. And so this is actually working already. Okay. But don't be overwhelmed by everything that is shown to you at one point, especially if this is what you're asking to see. So they're saying simply kind of sit back and enjoy the ride. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I got the same feeling, like just that, like Pam teaches us, like just sometimes it's okay to pick certain times where you want to receive messages, and there's ways that like you can ask that of them, like to basically just work with you. There's a way you can compromise.
Okay, Steve says he's ready for his first sassy card. You did ask for me to be gentle, but they didn't cooperate. You got stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone else. Don't waste it on this ridiculousness. So, sorry we couldn't be as gentle as you were probably hoping for, but you're welcome. Next up is Reverend Roxy. She says, I haven't seen my grandfather in my dreams or smelled him recently. Is he still around?
Yes, yeah, Reverend Roxy. Yes, he is still around. He's not leaving us, taking a step back because you're extremely busy. Working, going to sessions where you communicate with family and others. And then personal relationships and things like that. So is he still there? Yeah, absolutely. They didn't leave and run away, but they also didn't want to impede in your life and on the things that you're doing. They're there to support you and to help you. So no, he's not gone. No, not at all. If you want to pull him in, you just but you're good at meditation, so just sit down and do that and call him. Call him in. That's all you have to do, dear. Just take a few moments. I hope that helps you.
Okay, next one, we have a two-parter. This is coming from Timber S. She wants to know first, who are her spirit guides? And second, she wants to know where she can go to learn how to leave her body.
I'll touch on that first. You have a main guide, and her name is Antoinette. Antoinette. Very lovely name. So that's your main guide. You know, keep in mind that there's you have more than one guide, yeah. But you have one main guide that sort of manages and provides oversight for all of the other guides that are around you. And some guides will come and go depending on what's going on in your life on this plane, yeah. And they represent different things. You know, wellness, health, finances, career, those types of things. So, and then depending on certain circumstances and things that happen in your life, spirituality, that's an important one. I should have said that one first. That sometimes they'll come and go, but the main guide will not. Then also, Well, I'm feeling very strongly that there's someone that's trying to, that she's trying to get in touch with you. And then you've asked the question about leaving body and astral travel. I think is what you're talking about. You're talking about ascension, those types of things. That's a really long answer that I could spend all night with you on, but nobody would probably appreciate that. I wouldn't recommend, I mean, you can, you travel anyway. You astral travel when you drive and when you rest, when you sleep. You get to places and you don't remember having driven there, those types of things. So you're doing that anyway. I mean, you're already doing that. That's happening to you now. You've got your deja vu moments. You have a lot of those. So a lot of those things are happening right now. I would. So you're doing it. I would urge caution, though, of course, on, just sitting in a chair and saying, "I want to go. I want to leave. I want to move out of my body and stand next to me and look at me." I urge just a little bit of caution there. I would suggest some training around that, but. You're doing a lot of that traveling right now. You're hearing some voices and things, and you've even brought some things back, I'm hearing, and wondering where you got this from. That's because you're traveling. So you are doing that. But, the actual leaving piece is and scheduled and managed in a way is a much bigger piece. It needs to be fortified in a number of ways with vibration, energy, protection, of course, which is extremely important. But you're doing some of that right now. So I hope that helps you. If you want to, really leave and ascend and do those things, and I would suggest a class to do that, just to be safe. But what you're doing right now is quite simple and comes to you naturally, and I don't have any concern about that. I hope that helps you.
Timber has a posse of guides with her.
I know she likes
And
hearing.
And she does travel because we've seen her.
She definitely says thank you. Now she's writing. I took notes for her, and now she's adding to the notes. Okay, next up.
There's a little heart, and it says happy place. So when she's thinking about traveling, just go to your happy place. Wherever you're happy and whatever you think of that's happy.
Okay, next up we have Kayla S. She says a friend of a friend reached out to her regarding what she believes to be a harmful entity to her daughter, locking her in the garage, etc. Who is the best person to reach out to and what method?
So just some following the line of thinking, please. So a friend of a friend of a friend is impacting your baby. Is that what I'm hearing? Did I understand that correctly? It was cutting out a bit.
I'm sorry. I am understanding it as like a friend of a friend reached out to Kayla because that person is worried about her own daughter.
Okay, thank you so much, my dear, for
You're welcome.
The clarification. So is there some trouble pending? Could there be some trouble pending? The short answer is possibly. I think there needs to be some protection put around the child and some good energy. to avoid that. I mean, it's something that can certainly be mitigated, yeah. And then that person that you're referring to, I would be, how do I say this nicely? I would hang up on them. I would be leery of any further contact. I don't feel, in fact, I know that intentions aren't so good, and they're based on jealousy, which is, can be very bad. So, yeah, vibration, energy, and protection can help. I'm sorry, Justin. I think I cut you off, dear.
Oh no, it's okay. I didn't say anything out loud. What I was thinking for that one, just in particular, there's a couple things that's kind of happening. I would do a home cleansing. That's basically just cleansing that energy in the house, raising the energetic frequency within the home to kick out anything that is of a lower vibration, just to keep things like being locked in the garage and stuff like that from happening. I am picking up on 2 energy signatures, not just one. So there is an entity there. And then the daughter that you're speaking of is what we like to call a PK agent, which is psychokinesis, which basically, if this person, the daughter, does not express emotion or things like that that build up on her that are traumatic, she basically builds up this energy inside of the house. So it's like a continuously building up of residual energy. But PK itself feeds off of the agent. This is why we call it a PK agent. That means she continuously feeds with her thoughts and energy, whatever this PK entity is inside of the house. And it will begin to act like a poltergeist over time if it's not checked or gotten too early. So this is why I say go ahead and cleanse the house to neutralize any energy that's within it, and then have the daughter herself begin doing practices in energy movement, just so she's getting the emotions out, so she's getting the physical portion of it out. Yoga, Tai Chi, meditation, any of these things would actually work really well. And she doesn't have to go like into the super intense program. I mean, you can find it on like on Roku or something like that, and just do a simple 15-minute yoga routine that will concentrate and focus her energy. But so far as the cleansing of the house and the entity is, make sure that it is cleansed and you clean everything within the house and stuff out. If things escalate from there, that's when you will want to actually call one of us and have someone kind of come in or work with you from a distance. I hope that helps.
Yeah, and that's a good segue. If you find us on Facebook, make sure you like our Facebook page. We have a couple different ones. We have a spiritual education page, a Sylvia page, and then we also have the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides. You can reach out to us and we can always do a house clearing, an exorcism, anything that we would need to do to help you out with something like that. We teach classes. We run these Meet Your Spirit Guide workshops. Currently right now, one of our mediums, Rob, is teaching a tarot class, and we're about to run a second one starting in a couple weeks for that. So anything that you need help with, make sure you reach out to us. Starting on April 8th, which I know I mentioned casually earlier, but next Thursday, April 8th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we are running a Meet Your Spirit Guides class, and that's led by Pam and Sylvia. So Pam, if you want to touch on that for a little bit before we have to go.
Yeah, sure. Just very quickly. So it's a entry-level class that you can come to. Sylvia teaches it, and your guides will come. They will know that you're there, and you're introduced to your guides, and you're taught how to work with them. So a lot of hands-on activity. You're taught how to identify, who they are, the different people, etc. So a lot of hands-on activity, and you'll leave knowing who they are and next steps and what to do and how to further that relationship. So, and it's fun. It's a really, really fun class.
Yes, and now it's time to do our drawing. So, Timber, do you want to pick it out?
Yeah.
You want to pick out the person? Okay, so pick out, reach in and pick out a name that you think is going to be the best person.
Pick Pam. 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 Sylvia. Sylvia. Sylvia.
All right, our winner is Kate C. If you can see that, Kate C, you are the winner. So make sure you reach out to us, message us your information. Justin will be picking all of the stuff with your spirit guides and sending it your way as soon as we get all of your information. Remember to follow us or subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Make sure to like us on Facebook. We have a TikTok, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter. I think that's all of the social medias. So thank you so much. We do these for free every 2 weeks here on YouTube Live, and most of the time on Facebook Live when we have enough streaming abilities. So we hope to see you again in 2 weeks. Before we go, let me reintroduce all of our mediums. So we have Pam. Say hi, Pam.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. I hope to see you in 2 weeks.
We have Liz.
Hi, thank you everyone for coming. We appreciate it so much.
We have Justin.
Hi, thank you guys for coming out and supporting us today. Feel free to tap in a couple of weeks for more guidance.
We have Allie.
Thank you so much for coming.
And I was your MC, Taylor. And we had Timber as a guest star tonight. We are considering bringing on some other guest folks where we'll do like a more intense reading if they're interested in staying after and logging on, to where it's more one-on-one and interactive. So keep an eye out for that. Or if you're interested in being one of those people, shoot us a message and I'll be sure to work that out for you guys. But thank you so much for coming, and we will see you in 2 weeks.